Eu rapă soda, six. Eu six pot soda.
साध्या स्पेस आहे तरी ते 5,000 रुपये शिफ्ट
Mana ba 100 रुपया खाली? Mana ba 100 रुपया खाली? हा? ना मेहरबानी मेहरबानी
जिंदाबाद पाकिस्तान Like it's going to turn every man around you in the vicinity to like your slave. Like they're just going to be like obsessed with you, blowing kisses, crawling around on their hands and knees, trying to like make out with your toes and open every door, like lay down on puddles, all because this app is telling you, hey, be confident today. Like it's going to be like reading fortune cookie shit at you, I bet. Like today's your day. Here's how you need to feel. Confident. You are the it girl. Remember that. Okay, now why isn't every single guy falling over themselves to hold this door open for me?
It literally also gives you scripts to get princess treatment from any man that you come across and every single person that you come across.
No, that's too powerful. She's got the Winter Soldier codes. No, not the scripts. Oh, Lord, help us. Oh, God. Following the princess formula scripts, everyone is defenseless. That could be anyone. It could be you, it could be me, it could be your mom, your dad, your dog, oh my god!
Like exactly what to say to get them to open the door for you, to buy you flowers, to pay the bill for you, to always take you on special dates and to spoil you. Literally just changes my whole entire attitude.
I love that, the Jedi mind trick. You want to pay this bill? I'm sure the scripts from the $37 Princess Treatment Formula app are so powerful that you can just say that phrase to any dude on the street and he will instantly fork over the cash for your bills. I have no doubt about that, actually. I'm sure it'll work. It's just such a goofy concept. Imagine someone's a novice to the princess formula. They're out in public and looking to try out one of the scripts. So they're referring to their phone. Pardon me, stud. As you can see, I am a diamond, but my wallet is a little empty. If only a super strong man was around to put money in it for me.
In the way that I act like that, and then everyone else around me changes their energy towards me, changes the way they treat me like that. Like this is literally the secret, and I'm putting all the girls on. If you want to get instant access to the formula and download it to your phone, take it with you everywhere and literally embody and radiate being that girl. If you want to see all the other girls who are literally using this and changing how they act and how everyone treats them overnight, literally go to the first link in my bio.
So clicking the link in her bio takes me to this page, and I feel like I owe her an apology. I've been saying it's a $37 course, but according to this, it's actually a $47 course, a little more expensive than I was saying. I was cheapening the experience, and I do humbly apologize. Hopefully she doesn't use any of the all-powerful scripts against me and turn me into a bill-paying servant of hers. But she also has something called the High-Value Women Formula. That, man, some of those words look real familiar to some of the alpha male courses that are very popular. Now, the reason I thought it was $37 is because on another website that has the same name or the same handle as hers, they have the Princess Treatment Formula for $37, and it has like a very similar layout to the one that's on the other store for $47. So I don't know which one's like the real one, or if they're both real but different prices. Maybe one's old, one's new, I don't know. But on this site, they also have this, which had me giggling. Princess Treatment Formula, normally $250. Can you fucking imagine paying $250 for this? And then they have like a ton of testimonials here. So here's like 3 random screenshots. Hello, Ari. I recently bought the Princess Treatment Formula, and I think it's one of the best investments I could ever make before you. I used to be in my masculine energy. Whatever the fuck that means. I wouldn't necessarily call myself an energy expert, but I don't know what being in your masculine energy would mean in this context unless she was walking around smoking a cigar, dribbling a basketball, and just hitting every stranger with crossovers or something. I don't fucking know. But your tips literally saved me. Every man treats me like a queen now, and it's very life-changing. Here's another one. He took me shopping on our second date and bought $600 worth of clothes, perfume, and makeup. I haven't even kissed this man. The formula is extremely powerful, no doubt. I could see why it was once $250. She's kind of just giving it away now with the $37 to $47 ballpark range. Crazy. I just had to talk about this a little bit. It is so interesting how big this whole like guru space has become, where now it's spread from like the traditional alpha male hustle to now doing the same thing but targeting women. And it seems like it's pretty successful based on what I've seen from it. So I guess it's working there too. I guess this will always just be a very successful business venture, I suppose. That's really about it. So yeah. Belly, I submit. My arm has been getting twisted by tons of people demanding that I speak about the Sydney Sweeney bathwater soap. Apparently it sold out in seconds. It's taken the world by storm. As the utmost authority on both bathwater and soap, people are turning to my expert analysis here to weigh in on this subject. Obviously, I have my own soap, Cheeky, which is far better than this horse hockey. Cheeky is the best soap in the universe that we've made, but don't just take my word for it. Go to usecheeky.com right now and get some soap for yourself to try it out. It'll change your life for the better. This topic isn't meant to just be a vessel to glaze Cheeky. It's just because I have that so many people keep emailing about this Sydney Sweeney stuff. So I had to mention it. It's become extremely clear that Sydney Sweeney has teamed up with these schmucks over there at Dr. Squatch just for this big marketing campaign here. Now, I think had she known about Cheeky, we're kind of new to the scene, but had she known about us, she would have been sprinting over here, bearing bathwater, begging to be part of the squad, part of the crew, part of the ship, and we would have embraced that with open arms. And I'm not here saying that we're shutting the door in her face, because I'm sure she's going to make the correct decision and be on the right side of soap history eventually. But for now, she's with Dr. Squatch for these soap bars, and she's kind of like the spokesperson for them at the moment. So anyway, this has clearly been a very successful marketing campaign with the whole Sydney Sweeney bathwater-infused soap bars. Allegedly, it uses some of her actual bathwater and sprinkles it into each bar, and it's medium grit, so the idea is you'll have like those little speckles in there that you'll wash yourself with or worship at your like fucking Hey Arnold bubblegum tribute to Sydney Sweeney in your closet or whatever. This is obviously heavily influenced, I'm going to use that word real loosey-goosey here, by one of the goats of gooning, Belle Delphine's stunts from back in 2019 when she sold her bathwater in jars. Now, Belle Delphine was a pioneer in the industry. If e-girls were athletes, then she's fucking Babe Ruth. She was the great Bambino. She wrote the book on how to hose gooners for their piggy banks. She is like the John Madden when it comes to these plays, and now Sydney Sweeney basically just ripped the page out of that book and tried to replicate that success, and succeeded at replicating it. The bathwater soap bars are apparently selling extremely well. So well, in fact, that there is a secondary market for it on eBay, as there always is for everything ever, from fucking people scalping Sydney Sweeney bathwater here, where they are reselling the soap bars for over $200 a piece, 200 clams for this bathwater soap. And not only that, there are people shamelessly selling pictures of it for $30. I'm just going to say this right now. If you are one of these pathetic souls that spends $30 buying a picture of Sydney Sweeney's bathwater soap bar, you need to be institutionalized right now for your own good. You have got to go straight to Arkham Asylum. Holy shit, that would be the saddest existence on this planet if you go to eBay and spend 30 doubloons on a fucking picture of Sydney Sweeney's bathwater soap. That is the lowest you can ever sink as a human being. Maybe you can honestly look at this as something inspirational. No matter how bad you feel about yourself or whatever you're going through, maybe your self-esteem's in the shitter, just know you are not as pitiful and worthless as the people that are going to spend $30 on a picture of Sydney Sweeney's bathwater soap bar. And that should uplift your spirits on the spot. Interestingly enough, Sydney Sweeney claims that this was actually her idea to use her actual bathwater in the soap bars. She said, "I think it's more fun to see everyone else talk about it. I pitched it. You kept asking about my bathwater after the Dr. Squatch ad, so we kept it." So she is claiming that this was her brainchild here with these soap bars, and I was a little disappointed to see that she didn't give credit to Belle Delphine. I feel like there is no way this is just a big old coinky-dink. I don't think that it's, just pure happenstance that she is also using bathwater for the soap. I feel like she must have at least heard about the Belle Delphine bathwater because that has become ingrained in, internet culture as part of, the epitome of gooning. Like, when you reach terminal gooner, melted core DEFCON 1 goon status, that has always been propped up. I feel like she must have heard about that, or maybe someone at Dr. Squatch maybe even mentioned it in passing and she thought it was a cool idea. I just find it a little hard to believe that it had nothing to do with the path Belle Delphine blazed, the trail blaze that she made back in 2019. But I do think it is possible because her ad, she was in a bathtub. So maybe she's like, oh, this would be kind of silly to take this bathwater and put it in the soap bars to market it to people that are desperately
Hopefully one of these
It's possible, but I do think it's unlikely. I want to briefly compare this bathwater soap to Belle Delphine's biological weapon from back in the day. So with the soap, I obviously don't have it on hand. I didn't purchase any. I didn't attempt to or anything like that. But just having soap that has bathwater apparently in it, they claim that it's there. There's, of course, no scientific way of proving that whatever bathwater presence there was actually graced by Sydney Sweeney's ass or anything like that. But taking them at their word, you're getting a bar of soap with that in it. So I'm assuming that it's going to still be functional as a bar of soap. Belle Delphine's bathwater was concentrated bathwater extract in a jar. So you couldn't really do anything with it besides just appreciate it for the safety hazard it was. I guess if you were brave enough, you could chug it, you could drink it and give yourself E. coli if you really wanted to. But once again, there was never any hard concrete way of proving that what you got shipped even back then was actually Belle Delphine's, pussy water, And you can't do that here either. Though I do remember from back in 2019, if I remember correctly, she had filmed herself bathing with the water and jarring it. I don't think the same was done here for the soap bars from Sydney Sweeney. I don't know if you get a certificate of authenticity with every bar as well as proof where she has a video of her in lab goggles and a syringe extracting the bath water and then using it in the saponification process for the bar making. Couldn't tell you. All I know is that the products bear very similar DNA. Whereas Belle Delphine's was more expensive, you probably got more bang for your bathwater buck. In this case, you get microscopic amounts of Sydney Sweeney's bathwater, allegedly. So, I'm not here to try and sell you one way or the other on Belle Delphine's ancient bathwater brew versus, the most recent one with Sydney Sweeney. I was just, giving you my perspective as someone who's seen both of these unfold in real time. Something I found interesting, though, is just how closely history repeats itself. When Belle Delphine did this back in 2019, it was very controversial. It led to a huge conversation where everyone was, debating and, furious about the whole thing, getting mad. And now that Sydney Sweeney's doing it with the soap here, even more people are, upset about it, and it's apparently very controversial. Because now she's, an actual actress. She's a full-blown celebrity, whereas Belle Delphine was more of the e-girl celeb, so it was a little more niche. Sydney Sweeney opens this Gooner degeneracy, Pandora's box to a lot more people that were maybe previously unaware. So this has become even more controversial than the Belle Delphine bathwater, which I found.